Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is really true, is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smart ass than a dumbass. Because, guys, 34 years ago, I was a dumbass. But today, 34 years later, through the grace of God, I can honestly say now I'm a smart ass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, and it means donkey, and that's what I was. I'm saying all that to say this. There are a lot of people out there struggling, even in recovery, and even with health. So I want everyone to know that I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm also a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. I want everyone to know someone is listening. If you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing, BAM, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. And guys, you could go to my website, www.geripetito.com, because my book is now on audio, and you can get it there, and it's with my voice. Simon & Schuster wanted to put my book to audio, but with someone else's voice. I said, no way. So one of my producers here, part owner, Ruben Rodriguez of Hamilton Radio, and the owner of Iron Horse Films, is now doing audiobooks with your voice. So if any authors out there are interested, please, please reach out. And listen, guys, if you truly, truly, truly cannot afford my book, reach out to me about that as well. I'm here to help you. Before I introduce my two really cool guests, I want to give a shout out to just a few of my sponsors today. So first I have John Bishop, a.k.a. Johnny B., singer-songwriter, host of the Entertainment Luncheon South, a nonprofit network created for the creative. So he's also partner in the Joey D and Johnny B Rockin' Oldies band, and now he's also going solo. But I want to give a shout out to him and his wife Linny, because they put on this entertainment luncheon once a month. It's by invite only, and it's $20. You get an incredible meal, buffet, and incredible entertainment, guys. All right? And they don't keep a penny of it. And they promote all of us and the entertainers like no one else does. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to both of you. Now, Stormin Norman Selden. Okay, 732-245-4777. www.storminnormanselden.com. Booking dozens of attractions for concerts and performances on venues of all sizes. So this guy has a 5 to 12 piece band. He is a beast on the keyboard. He's been live and he's coming back with his keyboard. A lot of people don't know this, but he helped get Larry Chance from the Earls back in the day. The song Remember Then started. Larry was like family. Larry, I love you. I miss you. We all miss you. Rest in peace. And I know you're singing with Elvis, baby. Heck yeah. Then we've got John Monforto, the man of many faces, singer, actor, celebrity impersonator, and tribute artist. So, guys, I gave him the name the man of many faces. He does about 40 of them. But he was given the title by a former Philadelphia mayor as the official Philadelphia Rocky impersonator. He is Rocky. You have to check him out. www.johnmonforto.com. Okay? My three favorites, of course, Rocky, The Godfather, and Elvis, baby. So now we've got Michael D'Amore, singer, songwriter, performer, entertainer. www.michaeldamore.com. So everyone who knows me knows I'm a huge Elvis, oldies, and doo-wop girl, okay? You can't take the rock out of me because I grew up, in the 70s and 80s. You can't. But I've never said this about anyone else other than Michael. So Elvis is up here, right? Nobody could touch him. Michael's pretty close. You have to check out Michael D'Amore, guys, okay? He's off the charts. Then we've got Michael Zanman, singer, entertainer, performer, www.mzanman.com. So I want to share something that just happened this year, or last year actually, with Michael Zanman. So I've had the honor of emceeing at Letty's for the last few years, and my producer Ruben filming the whole thing. And we had Michael Zanman open up one night for Michael D'Amore the last few years. So last year we got John Monforto into the mix. Michael Zanman is so cool, all right? He is an incredible entertainer, oldies guy. But let me tell you what happened recently. He recorded Mel Carter's song, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, and put it out on Facebook. So what he didn't know was I was going to send it to my buddy Mel. So I sent it to Mel, and Mel calls me and says, your buddy did a great job with my song. I said, would you tell him? So we got him on a surprise three-way. Mel Carter tells him, you did a great job with my song. He almost passed out, okay? But guys, keep Mel Carter in prayer. He's home now. He's been in the hospital for months. He's doing well, but he still needs prayers. Mel, we love you, and I haven't stopped praying for you, buddy. So, having said that, I'm now going to introduce these two crazy guys, okay? And when you hear their names, you'll know why I say that, okay? So we have Matt Tantrum, all right? I think someone thought he threw tantrums, right? And then we've got Tony Bones. Okay, I'm not even going to touch that one, but we'll talk about it. So Matt and Tony, please tell everyone who you guys are, the name of your band. Let's start there.
Hi, Jerry. Hey.
Wait,
Great.
the mic's
Thank
not
you
on.
So much. First of
Hold
all,
on.
thanks- Oh,
Your mic's on now. Go ahead.
okay. First of all, hey, thanks so much for having us on your show. It's very, very cool. Hold on here.
That's okay.
Yeah, of course, spam. Okay, let me turn that off. Thanks
Turn
for
that
having
off,
us on
baby.
your show. And I'm Matt Tantrum. This is Tony Bones here. We're with the band Vicious Kitty. The funny thing about us is we've actually been jamming together for since high school. Yeah. We started playing high school
Really?
together, and he was actually playing guitar, and I was playing bass at the time. And we were through the years, we've kind of gone back and forth, different bands. He's played in different bands. I played with a lot of different musicians. We're from the Northwest. I mean, we played with a lot of heavy hitters up here because it's all a community.
Where did you grow up? What state?
We're in Seattle, Washington.
Okay, go ahead.
And so the home of grunge, but that's not our thing. We're a hard rock band, but the thing is but being here, growing up here, I've lived here all my life, and so's Tony. We were friends with everybody that played through the years, So the musicians in Seattle and the Northwest are all kind of a big happy group. We're all a little crazy. I mean, well, in Seattle, it's like, it's kind of crazy up here. It rains a lot. So we just do other stuff like rock hard and
stay dry.
Yeah, try to stay dry, and sometimes there's nothing to do but sit around and write songs, and then when it does get sunny and we break out, that's when stuff just gets crazy. I mean, there's nothing like it up here. You see an outdoor concert up here, people are nuts, and it's because the sun's out. The sun's out. Whoa, and there's live music, and we're outside, and we're jamming. It's awesome, so.
All right, so wait. So you guys have been playing together and known each other since high school?
Yes.
That's really cool, because a lot of times that starts out, and then everybody kind of goes their own way.
Absolutely. Well, and that happened a few times over the years. Tony kind of did his own thing. Then we got to get, after high school, he kind of went and did his own thing, and I was doing a couple other things. Then we got back together. We ended up building a little recording studio together.
All right.
Up in Barrie, we called it Cherry Production Studios, and we actually put out an album years ago with a band called Cry Action. And then we kind of, split apart, doing our own thing again, going off and doing this and that. And what's funny is what happened with this band is I had actually gotten together with the drummer, and we had a bass player that I had jammed with years before. And I had at this point switched to guitar, playing guitar, where I before was usually playing bass. But I said, I'm just going to play guitar. I've been a rhythm guitarist and, playing lead. So I just kind of transferred into it. We started using this other bass player named Chuck Tuck, fantastic guy. He does a little podcast out here and stuff. Chucky's just the best. And what happened was it was so far because he lived way up north in Seattle. And in Seattle, traffic is pretty bad.
Okay.
It's bad. I mean, it's like
New York. Like New York anymore.
It's like California on steroids.
Okay.
Being in LA, you just can't get anywhere. So here's poor Chucky. He lives way up north. I live way down south. This is where the studio is, where we're at now. This is down south of Seattle, more towards Tacoma. And so for him to get down here sometimes took him like 2.5 hours with traffic.
Oh. And
so it was like he's just going, man, I just can't do it anymore. I'm sorry, man. I mean, he'd be exhausted by the time you get down here, It's just like, dude, I've been driving for 2.5 hours. I just want to take a nap.
Right.
It's like, no, we got to practice. So he kind of stepped out, and Tony's going like, well, I'll come play bass, but you're a lead guitarist. I can still play bass. And turns out this guy is a shredding bass player. I mean, he kicks butt.
Wait, I have a question real quick. Are you still that far away, though, Tony?
Well, as far as my drive here is usually around an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
it's
not
as
bad.
He lives in downtown Seattle. Chucky lived way up north.
Oh, okay, so you're only an hour. That's not so bad.
For him, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And like I say, he's just, man, I mean, I was going like, geez, I didn't know you could play bass. That's awesome. And so he stepped in, and that's back when we started recording the album.
Okay.
The reason I even found out that he was looking for a bass player was because we did post-production at the studio years ago of a movie that he produced, and he was redoing a sequel and needed to get some like signatures from some of the original people.
Okay.
Releases.
Yeah.
So he came by to have me sign a release, and a couple other people around that were part of the project. And that's when I found out he's looking for a bass player if I know anybody. Shit, I'll come play.
And he came in right before we started, as we were just getting, I had written a bunch of tunes, and we were getting ready to record, and that's why we were looking for a bass player. Okay, let's get this project rolling, just getting happening. And so he stepped in just at the right time and laid all the bass tracks on the album, and like I say, they're just phenomenal. He's the guy.
So now you were doing a movie?
Oh, well, yeah, that's actually back in the 90s. A friend of mine who was he was an art major. He worked for Cairo News as a cameraman and film guy. Back in the 90s, we actually shot a film on 16 millimeter. Okay. And we kind of tried to edit it together back then, but the technology was so bad. We tried to edit. It was too expensive to edit on film. We just didn't have the money. And so we tried to edit it on video. Well, the video was so bad back in the 90s that it just came out, you couldn't get it just
quality.
Looked, the quality wasn't there.
It was like
Yeah. So just recently, we went ahead and remastered the whole thing because you can now get it digitized. Oh. And so now we actually have the movie, and it's actually available on our website.
So what's it called?
Big Blue, A Fishy Tale. It's a buddy comedy. Uh, Basically, we made the thing: two guys, a truck, and a $20,000 credit card. It's one of those stories.
Okay. All right. So that sounds interesting. Let's talk about the name of your group, Vicious Kitty. Where the heck did that come from?
Well, it kind of started out with when I got together with Jimmy, and we were batting around names, because back then it was just me and him. We're going, oh, what you got? Something Kitty, Rotten Kitty, or I don't know, something. And he goes, no, it's got to be something stronger, more vicious. And he's calling it Vicious Kitty. And so what's funny is at the time, well, we still actually have the cat. My wife and I have a cat, and this cat needed pills. Okay, this cat is the sweetest cat. I mean, he just purrs. He loves everybody. I tried to give him pills because he needed these pills for some urinary tract thing or something. So I'm trying to stick the pill down his throat. He filleted my finger. I mean, filleted it wide open. I had to have stitches. I'm going like, dude, I play guitar still. What are you doing to me? So then that with the Vicious Kitty, Jimmy going, it needs to be more vicious, like Vicious Kitty. And so I went online and I did a deep search just to see, okay, is there another band out there named Vicious Kitty?
Oh my God, I bet not.
And there's not. So I went ahead, trademarked the name, and took it.
Did you rename your cat Vicious?
It's only when you try to give him pills. His name is Mr. Bean. He's the cutest, sweetest thing, He just loves everybody. But man, don't try to give him a pill. He's fast too, It's like he just. I didn't even have a chance to blink, and he had ripped my finger. I mean, like I said, like a fish. You fillet a fish. Whoop! He just ripped it wide open.
Oh my God.
Ah!
So
So
now,
there's Vicious Kitty for you.
okay. So you're considered hard rock.
Yes.
What is the difference between hard rock and heavy metal?
Well, part of it is the sound, and there's so many variations on the genre, Actually, we kind of like to just say we're rock because we do some stuff on acoustic. We do some acoustic stuff. Now, we haven't really delved into it too much on this first album, but on our next album, we've already got material written that we're going to be doing a little more acoustic stuff, which is a little more bluesy, folksy, but then we come in with the hard rock guitars. Now, it's that crunch that makes it the rock. And the thing is about heavy metal is it's more overdrive. It's a harsher guitar. It's very much kind of in your face. It's
A lot of bits.
yeah, and a lot of fast, really fast progressions. Rock is more, to me, it's more groove.
Okay.
You're playing along and you just catch that groove and it just kind of carries you. It's a hook, and also I think part of it is the vocals. Now some metal singers, obviously Dio and people like that are just amazing singers and they sing, but the thing is then you get into more thrash metal and that's where they do the throat singing, and all that. So that's it. That's kind of beyond the genre where we're at. We like to think we're kind of a punk pop rock, influenced.
Okay.
So we like to take a little bit of this and that, put it all together, put some chunky guitars, his bass playing amazing, and then Jimmy is just he's just a drummer extraordinaire. He adds these little chops that carry the groove. And so that's where we kind of feel we get it from.
Because I grew up loving, like I said, oldies, doo-wop, and Elvis, but I also loved rock.
Right.
Led Zeppelin, Foreign. I mean, I've been to all the concerts, right? Genesis, forget it. Okay? Jethro Tull, love Tull, okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, but I did not like at all heavy metal.
Oh.
And for some reason, I always thought hard rock was the same as heavy metal until I heard your music.
Oh,
I love your
that's
music.
oh, thank you.
So I'm glad you explained that to me because now I get it because I honestly never got it before because you're talking to someone, oh, rock is rock. But then they added that hard rock to it. And I was like, wait,
Uh-huh.
I'm confused, right? So now you made it perfectly, you made me understand it. So thank you for that.
Oh, oh, well, good. I'm glad. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We the music we play, it just comes from inside. You find you
Yeah.
find that groove. You find that a lot of times it's just a moment. It's a moment in time, and you find it, and this little set of chords just captures it, and then you take it a step further by giving it the vocals that have the words that encompass it, and man, then you've got a song. Then you've got a song because it hits you, and that's what I've always loved about music is it carries you.
It carries you. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play one of your songs, then we're going to
Oh,
talk about it, then I have a few more questions for you.
okay,
Let's play. We have 3 songs, right? 3,
okay,
Doc? All right, let's play our first one, and then you'll talk about it.
okay.
Sitting in a backseat, thinking how life's a drag. Holes in the soles of my boots, my clothes are too garbage bags. Dreaming of something besides this dreary rain. Trying to forget you hurt me, and trying to keep from going insane. You can't tell me that my dreams are gonna die, and you can't hurt me once I get to paradise. Bangkok City, where you can drive the blues away. Bangkok City,
Well, you got my producer rocking over there. He's our age.
Oh.
We're all the same age. You got my producer rocking. All right.
Awesome.
So tell us about this song and the title.
Okay. Well, the title originally and that main chorus track came. My wife and I were sitting there kicking around, just kind of joking around one night. We're joking about, this is Vicious Kitties band, and we were just joking about, yeah, it'd be hard, living as a street alley cat, downtown Seattle in the streets, and then we're talking a little more, and she pops up with, well, what about Bangkok? Imagine a cat trying to live on the streets of Bangkok. And we go, Bangkok City, oh my God. And that just kind of hooked into the groove of it. It just like Bangkok City, oh my gosh, Bangkok, it just popped right in. And then what's interesting is the rest of the story all came from, okay, in the beginning it says, walking down the road with my clothes in 2 garbage bags, holes in the soles of my boots. That actually happened. Jimmy showed up at I was actually staying at the studio that we had built, the Cherry production studio. He rolls in one day. He's got 2 garbage bags, and he how's it going, dude? I'm going, what's up with the garbage bags? Oh, these are my clothes, man. My girlfriend kicked me out. And I'm going, oh, bummer. Okay. I guess you're hanging with me at the studio. So then he goes, do you got any duct tape? I go, duct tape? What do you need duct tape for? So he puts his boot up. He has a hole in it in the bottom of his boot, this big. He's going, I need some duct tape so I can duct tape the bottom of my boot. Every time I walk in a mud puddle, my socks get all wet. So that whole part of the song actually happened.
Oh my God. Listen, you guys are crazy. Okay, this is so great. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, this is a lot of fun. So I have a couple questions for you. We're going to go to
Okay.
Tony first because he's so quiet. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Some of this stuff,
So,
like
Tony.
that song he wrote, those parts. Too. I wasn't there when Jimmy showed up that day.
He was around, but he just wasn't there that day.
So, Tony,
Yes.
growing up, okay, who were some of your musical influences?
Well, my first ones were actually, I would kind of steal my oldest sister, who also is named Geri, same spelling, by the way.
Geri?
Yeah.
That's
she was
different.
in
Yes.
Florida now.
Okay.
Very cool.
But, so I would listen to her albums, and it was Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, some Three Dog Night,
Yep.
Red, and those are the main ones I remembered.
Okay.
And before my voice changed, right, and I could sing Elton John perfect. But, it's a little lower now. But, so those were my first influences, were those, and then just listening to AM, like, would you like to fly in my beautiful balloon? Stuff like that. And not a lot of really heavy stuff. Maybe some Beatles.
Okay. Yep.
Not that heavy. And those were my beginning influences. And later, I would say Pink Floyd
Yep.
and anything with a solo, like Ted Nugent, Stranglehold,
Yep.
stuff like that. But I'd say Roger Waters and, David Gilmour, close to my heart. Probably closer than they are to each other.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting along.
So,
So
okay. So now let me ask you this then, Tony. This might be hard to answer, but do you have like that one song that has stayed with you forever that you could honestly say is probably your most favorite song of all time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my favorite of all time, but I would say Benny and the Jets from,
What?
yeah. It's like,
You?
what?
I didn't
Is that a bad
expect that.
choice? No.
Okay, I didn't expect that. It's a great song, but I didn't expect it coming from you. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it sounds live on the album anyway. And that was, Elton's a great pianist and
Yeah,
Oh
performer,
yeah.
forget
I
it.
love his glasses.
Great song. Wow, I'm a
Oh,
little
yeah.
surprised, but wow, and a lot of people can't even tell me a song, you know?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be one of them right there.
All right, so now that you're an adult, so let's come all the way up here. Do you have a favorite band now other than your own?
It would probably have to be Pink Floyd.
Okay, I love Pink Floyd.
I got to admit, the only band I've seen in the Kingdom, the old Kingdom, that actually sounded great, because it's like an echoey, horrible acoustic chamber,
Was
right?
till they blew it up.
Yeah, they took care of that.
Okay,
Yeah, it was incredible. They ran a quad system and it sounded great. That
amazing.
was impressive.
I love Pink
Six-
Floyd. All right, so now, Matt,
Yeah.
same question. Growing up, who were some of your musical influences?
Well, it's funny. I remember being a little kid out in the yard, and I was kind of singing along these lyrics, and I didn't know what they went to.
Okay.
And it turns out, later on, I realized, and this is, I don't know how many years later, but I realized because it's a memory that's in my head. It's like one of my earliest memories,
Okay.
and it was "Stairway to Heaven."
Oh yeah.
And
Hands
this was,
down.
I didn't even, I was a little kid. I didn't, I hadn't really, I toinked around on the guitar in the third grade, but I hadn't really started playing music or anything. I hadn't really started getting really into music. My mom was really into Elvis and stuff.
Heck yeah, baby.
I did used to sit around and watch all the Elvis movies with her, and I was just like, this is cool. This is really cool, and, and then, the old surf movies, she loved all that stuff. And so
Yep.
I just hang out and watch that. That was probably one of my very earliest,
But I have to
influences.
interrupt you real quick, and I don't like doing that, but before I forget, so you mentioned the surf movies. Okay,
Yes.
Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon, right?
Yeah.
I interviewed
Yeah.
Frankie Avalon recently, and he loved Elvis. Elvis was a friend of his.
Oh my gosh.
I knew that, so I asked him about Elvis. I just had to share that. All right, continue.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's wonderful. But, but then as I started growing up, my tastes changed. I mean, I loved Yellow Brick Road too. That was an amazing album. But then the early stuff like Queen and there was so much stuff coming out in the 70s. It was just like, wow, this stuff is amazing. And it seemed like every time a new record would come out, it would just blow my mind. It's like, what is this? This is completely different than any of the music that I've ever heard before. So we grew up at such a cool time.
Yep.
Hearing all those old songs, and that I think is a lot where the music that we write today really comes from. I mean, I have heard somebody kind of mention this, kind of like, yeah, they're kind of, these guys sound a little bit like, that old rock and roll, that kind of is coming back through and around into the music. And so really, I think that's where it's coming from.
Okay. And Stairway to Heaven, I mean, if people ever ask me, like, do I have that song or two or whatever, of course, How Great Thou Art by Elvis. Hands down.
Oh, yeah.
And then Stairway to Heaven. I mean,
Yeah, well, yeah.
right? Amazing.
Yeah. And I got to mention on Stairway to Heaven, when I met Matt, like another guy named Jeff that I went to school with since first grade, he went to summer camp out of 8th grade and met Matt. And when they got back, my friend Jeff's like, I met this guy and he knows Stairway to Heaven.
Oh.
I could play it by then. I had actually learned to play it on guitar. And he told me, he goes, you got to meet this guy. He can play the lead to Stairway to Heaven. I'm going, well, I can play the rest of it.
That's so
That was
cool.
like one of the first bands we got together in, because when we met, you know.
That was so exciting.
Yeah, it was. It was so cool. It's like, wow, hey, we got a connection there, you know.
That's so cool. So, Tony, are you married?
No.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about the wife loving or hating your music, blah, blah, blah. All right, Matt, your wife, does she love your music?
You know what? She is like our biggest fan.
Okay,
to
cool.
be honest. She's out there singing all our songs
Okay,
every
good.
time we play them. You know, it's it's so nice to have someone behind you like that.
Yep.
And you know, because this is it's a tough road
Yep.
to hoe. You know, I mean, you know, we're a lot of bands. What they're doing now is they're bands that were big in the 80s or 90s or even in the 2000s. Okay, so they had a couple hits. So they had these couple of hits. Well, now, okay, they haven't done anything in a while. They're going like, hey, we need to make some money. I'm going broke. So they go out and they do a little tour, and they make pretty good money because they had these hits. So they're like, they call them a legacy band.
Okay.
We don't have that. We're a brand new band. We don't have legacy hits to fall back on. We're building a brand new thing right here, and that's hard. You know, that's really hard. It's way easier to have a couple of hits back in the 80s and throw the band back together and go out and make some money. It's hard to
I'm sure.
get a brand new thing.
I'm sure.
But we're doing it. And I feel really good about how things are going. And, you know, really, people like you making a difference in us
Oh, thank you.
and going. You know, we just appreciate it so much.
Thank you. You know, all right. I want to ask you a couple more questions, and then I want your feedback on something about rap and hip hop. But hold that thought. Just
Okay.
remember that I want to ask you about that.
Okay.
All right, let's play a second song, and we'll have you talk about it.
Okay.
Here we go.
I was once so young and full of hope. The future burned so bright for me. But something's missing, a piece is gone. My soul feels punctured and wrenching. What's changed in me?
tell us the title and what this song is about.
The title is Mr. Darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and it basically, things are starting to really, when we got together with Tony, me and Jimmy, and we started really kind of cranking up, we were starting to play some gigs, things were starting to happen. COVID hit, and it was like, brrr, I mean,
Screeching halt.
everything just came to a screeching halt. It was like a really depressing time. And I mean, for us, but for everybody, it was just pervasive. Just like everybody was depressed.
Yeah.
Everybody. And so this song, a lot of it came from just that malaise, it was like a huge cloud over the whole planet. It just was everybody was just sad. Like, can we please get over with this? Can we please get on? And really, that's where that song came from, and it was giving a name and giving a face to that feeling. And we actually shot a video for it. There's the video that we shot for it. A good friend of ours shot at Sky Feather Studios, Alex, and we actually won the International Music Video Award.
Yeah.
Best rock video for it. So it's pretty cool. It's near and dear to our heart, definitely, as a song.
So, all right, let me ask you guys this then. So, do you write all your songs? Who does most of the songwriting?
Well, the thing is I had written most of the stuff before Tony came along, and so this first record,
the really cool bass line.
yeah, and the harmonies and that stuff. Tony did all that too. But I had most of the songs written. But Tony's got a lot of songs too, which on our next record we're already working on getting those ready to record. And then there's a couple that we both written together, now on this new record too. So it's gonna be a lot of fun doing the next one. It's not all the onus of responsibility on me.
About how many songs have you guys written?
Do a Christmas song single.
Oh yeah. Well, and Tony wrote a Christmas song too that we released. That's it's Mrs. Claus. It's actually what happens is Mrs. Claus kind of goes crazy, and all this strange stuff happens, and we actually got an animated video made of it. It's very cool. It's on our YouTube on our YouTube channel.
Can you send that to me?
Yes,
please, because I have to see it. All right.
Oh yeah, you've got to see it.
I have to see what you guys did to poor Mrs. Claus. All right. All right. So let me ask you this, and then I want to ask you about rap and hip hop. But let me ask you this first. So do you also, and I'm assuming yes, but I could be wrong, do you also sing covers?
We're actually probably getting geared up for in June to do like a little West Coast tour thing.
Okay.
And for that, we'll be headlining. So when you do that, you're playing, like at least an hour or so. So yeah, we'll be including a couple covers.
Okay, but I have a question. Where are you going to be performing that?
Okay, well, everything's just getting put together right now, but for sure we're going to be heading over we've got the 28th booked in Idaho, Twin Falls, Idaho. And so then, there's our manager's setting up all the rest of the dates, right?
Tell your manager we need you guys in New York, New Jersey, or Philly, please.
Well,
the
there
tri-state
you go.
area.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So now we'll start with Tony. What do you think of hip hop and rap?
Well, we used to joke like rap is crap without the C,
Yeah.
I like some rap, but it's really selective.
Okay.
Same with country. I mean, I'm not like full tilt country.
Okay.
Listener.
Even though you're wearing the hat, but I'm just saying.
And one of them is into country. So
and like three of them are into rap.
I do listen to country if I ever drive a car.
Yeah.
Always on a country station.
Well, Tiff, doesn't Tiff She loves
That's what I'm
rap.
talking about.
Oh no, she loves country.
Yeah.
Okay,
she
yeah,
loves
yeah,
country.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Brandy and her cousin. Rap.
Yeah, the rap.
Urban.
Yeah, urban music.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, Matt, what do you think of rap or hip hop?
You know, I've been exposed to so many different kinds of music, and you know what? I can find something I like in just about anything. Classical, country, rap. There's always something that I can find that I go, wow, that's cool. And I think I just keep it that way because it's more interesting for me. If I just shut my mind up and say, oh, I don't like that, where am I? You
Okay.
know, I'm not open to new ideas, new things, new sounds, new. There's so much out there that you can listen to and go, wow, that's a really cool riff. So that's how I just try to keep an open mind about
Okay.
everything. I'm
So,
listening to a little bit of everything.
I asked you for a reason because I want to share something beautiful with you.
Okay.
So it was either 2016 or 17 because we are in Hamilton, New Jersey, the studio, and we're
Sure.
close to Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
So 2016 or 17, I get a message on Facebook from this young African American guy starting out in his hip hop rap stuff. His name was
Okay.
Randy Shank. And he said,
Okay.
Miss Jerry, I'm just starting out. I just want to get noticed. Can I please be interviewed by you? I'm not far. I could come live in studio. I said, young man, can you keep it clean? He said, absolutely. So, because I do not like hip hop and rap if it's vulgar. Okay, I just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Understandable.
And a lot of it is. So, anyway, he came into the studio with a few of his other friends and they kept it clean. It was
Oh.
amazing. And I asked him this live on air. I said, why is there so much violence and anger and why is it so vulgar? And he said, Miss Jerry, everyone has a story to tell and it needs to be told. And unfortunately for some of us, this is the only story we know. And when he said that, he took a piece of my heart with him. And to this day, he's now down south. He goes by SIX director. He does everything. He is incredible. He has a family, and he'll message me, Miss Jerry, I'm still trying to keep it clean for you. And he surprised me a couple times when he came to visit family.
Oh, that's so awesome.
All right, so I don't listen to it, but I get it. At
Yes.
least now I get it, but he was so beautiful. But I had to share that with you because you're music
Oh, that's
lovers.
very cool. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that, like I said, there's you have to look beyond what limits people try. Oh, that's crap. You get that peer pressure. Oh no, you don't want to listen to that. Oh, you listen to that. Ooh, it's like keep an open mind.
Yeah.
And you might find something really beautiful,
Right.
something that you never thought you would. And that's just that's just me. That's how I feel about it.
So the guy there with the country hat doesn't like country.
I've written country. I
Okay.
like country. I just don't like it's selective.
Oh, you're
No.
selective. Okay, got it. Because
It's
so
selective
am I,
about
though.
his country. Yeah.
No,
Too
but
much
so am I with
twang.
country.
Kind of
Too
pushes
much
me a little bit.
pushes his buttons.
No,
Not
but I
necessarily
feel the
stupid,
same
more
way.
of it.
I feel the same way with
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
I'm very selective. I
mean,
like
yeah,
more of the modern country.
and the thing is,
And I've written rap too. So.
well, oh yeah. He was working with what was Jamal. Yeah, he
Well,
was working with a guy, and they were writing.
We did
It was
that.
kind of hip hop.
We
Some of
toured
it,
with that.
some of it was it was like kind of pop, and then a little bit of hip hop mixed in. Yeah, and he was writing it and playing it. So
But it's like I got 5 on it. I don't know if that's considered rap. But, I
well,
like
there
all
you
that
go.
stuff.
Oh my gosh. Come on, he wants to do more. I could tell. Come on, give us a little more.
That's all I remember of that song.
All he remembers.
I do know that in first grade, my youngest daughter, she went up and sang a song from brain farting on names right now, but she's really popular. She's older now. Big book and X-rated stuff or whatever.
What? Mariah Carey?
No,
No.
close.
Oh.
Anyway, blonde. Really
Oh, okay.
grandma now. And she sang this song, like, I forget the name of it, but it's about selling yourself to get money to feed your kids and stuff.
In the first grade?
And she sang that in the first grade because her older sisters were listening to it.
The
And we got
teachers
called
were
to
probably
the
going,
school. I was going to the school. And they were like,
that's inappropriate.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's the same daughter now. Get this.
Madonna.
Madonna.
Oh,
Oh, it's a Madonna
Madonna.
song. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and it
Well-
was kind of shocking to call from the school. Yeah, we need to talk to you.
We need to talk to you about your daughter's choice of songs. But, well, the funny thing, too, is the same daughter, she filmed in our last video that we just did on a song called No More Waiting. It just came out. She filmed in it as the girl who was kind of getting jilted. So
Okay.
his daughter appeared in it. Jasmine.
That's so cool.
And the last thing I'll say about that subject is she was also born on John Lennon's birthday.
Talk a speck louder, Tony.
She was also born on John Lennon's birthday, October 9th.
Oh,
That's cool.
That's cool.
But she's not playing music. She likes to listen to it, though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, but she was in our video.
That's cool. So I'm going to read, actually, I usually only read one poem. I'm going to read two today, but I wasn't planning on reading this one, but I will now, and you'll know why. I wrote this poem. It's called White Girls Can Rap.
Ooh,
All right?
okay.
And I wrote this because I'm on different networks. And I'm on WBNN once a month. It was Beverly Nation. And my producer is an African-American guy. And we go back and forth and make fun of each other and jokes and the whole bit. And I was his first white host years ago. Okay, now we have a few, but it was great. And so we were doing this whole thing like, white girls can't rap. And I'm like, oh, yeah? And I wrote this poem, and he flipped out. But I'm going to read it. All right. I was told not to try it with my stuff. You just a poet, ain't good enough. I said, wait a minute, hold up, yo. Just 'cause I'm white, something you gotta know. White girls can jump and white girls can tap. White girls can freestyle and white girls can rap. I'm here to show you we got it too. Hold on to your seat, I got something to do. My rapper friends, please take a bow. I'm here to show you how I do it now. I love your style. I got your back. This white girl is hot. She probably half black. To all of you out there, I just got to say, today is the first day I'm rapping this way. Times have been trying for all of us here. The world is in need of a lot of prayer. Let's come together and pray as one. Put color aside because of what Christ done. He sees no color. He sees no rank. He gave his life. That wasn't a prank. The times are scary and filled with despair. I'm here to tell you that our God can hear. He hears all your sorrows and troubles, my friend. He'll never forsake you, not now till the end. I'm just a messenger to tell the world. Just give it to God. His love has been hurled. Jesus said it is finished, and I'll say it too. This white girl can rap. She dropped the mic on you.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's awesome. Very cool.
So,
yeah.
So before we play,
I get it.
Before we play your third song, I'm gonna give Tony the mic. Tony, talk a little louder, babe, and tell everybody like what's coming up for you, what's happening, blah blah blah.
Okay, well, right now we're pretty much just working on this new material, and like Matt said, we're getting ready to, in the near future, start recording it. And in the meantime, I've been playing like taxi cab to some grandchildren, like going to 3 different schools and picking them up almost daily. And that's pretty much what I've been doing all school year. So one of them's graduating and going to UW next year, and I can hardly wait. She'll have her own car then. Yeah, that's about it. I've been helping out with the grandkids.
That's
and
cool.
getting ready to record.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, we're playing a couple of local gigs too out
Okay.
here. Just local stuff. Just keeping our chops up. We've got some really good friends that are in different bands, 15 Stitches and 80 Proof Logic, and we're playing a show May 3rd with them in Renton, and also coming up on the 9th of April, we're playing with Donnie V, who used to be with Enough's Enough. He was the lead singer for Enough's Enough. They had some pretty big hits in
Wait,
the
give
80s,
me a hit.
late 80s.
Give me a hit that I would.
I can't remember the name of it.
Wait,
now I'm the one brain
hold on,
farting.
Doc G. I want you to Google this. Enough is enough. Enough.
Enough's Enough.
Enough's enough. Tell me a hit.
Yeah.
All right. So continue.
So yeah, we're playing with them. Like I say, just some local stuff until we get our West Coast thing all lined up, and it's coming together. But we want to wait till we get everything confirmed before we start putting out the information on that. But
Okay.
and then next spring we are seriously considering heading back towards you.
Please
So,
do.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll be definitely keeping in contact and letting you know how that goes. Because once we get our new material out, we do this thing in the fall. Then we'll probably do a little more recording. Have maybe a full album by the time we head back to your area, and then we'll do an East Coast tour.
That is so cool.
Yeah. We're looking forward to it. It's just a blast. You
Right.
get out on the road, you're playing for people. People are excited. You're rolling
Right.
in. It's just amazing.
So hold on, Doc G. Did you find it?
Yes, Enough and Enough
Yep.
is Enough's Enough
Yep.
is an American glam metal band from Blue Island, Illinois, founded by singer Donnie V and bassist Chip Zinoff. The band charted 2 times on the U.S. Hot 100, Fly High Michelle, and The New Thing.
It's the new thing. Yeah, that's the
New
one.
Thing.
Yeah,
New Thing.
and it's a new thing. It kind of goes like that.
I have to listen because I'm sure I've heard them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, they're really good.
Okay.
So yeah, we're opening up for them down at a pretty big Seattle club downtown, El Corazon.
So now I have
It's
a
gonna be a lot of
question.
fun.
Do you guys ever sing any oldies, 50s and 60s?
Well, we actually, one of our copy tunes is Jumpin' Jack Flash. I mean, when was that put out?
All right. Okay. But
Okay,
other
so,
than
yeah.
that, like anything,
No, not really. I mean, we're more concentrating. Like I say, we're trying to build a new thing here, and the best way you can do that is you pull in some material when you need it, like when you're filling up, time when you're headlining. But we're really, we're trying to build our own brand new legacy thing here. And so, the songs like we're putting out, Bangkok City and that, it's so cool when we roll in somewhere and we're singing Bangkok City and the crowd is singing back to us Bangkok City. It's just like, this is so cool.
Okay, they know your song. Let me ask you this about like the age range in your audience.
That's what's crazy. Yeah.
Preteen to at least 50s.
Yeah, kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Up to 50s. And our real, I think when we look at the charts of who's listening, like on Spotify and stuff, the 40s are kind of high in the middle. It kind of goes up in the middle. So it kind of peaks right around in the around the 40s. So, but we get both ends of the spectrum,
That's
which
so
is
cool.
just amazing to us.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we love that. I mean,
we did do those 2 shows that it wasn't like 21 and older, and there was a lot of young people.
Yeah, a lot of kids were in there, and we're like, we love the kids because they come to the shows.
Right.
As you get older, you get busy and trying to get go out, and it's a big thing. But as a kid, you're just always looking for something to do.
Right.
And you get the kids in there.
Right. I mean, I've interviewed a lot of young, I'm talking some 8-year-olds, okay?
Wow.
And they're incredible, up and coming
Oh
indie
yeah.
stars, artists. And I ask all of them, what do they think about the music from the 50s to the 90s?
Yeah.
And everyone in their own words say if it wasn't for all that music, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing.
Oh
So
yeah.
yes, they
Absolutely.
love it all.
Yep.
It's like it's
Yep.
inside of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I know that was, like I said, going back to when I'd sit around and watch those movies with my mom. I know that's
Yeah.
where, you know, so much of the love of it all and the groove and the spectacle and just, the energy that came from that. I know that I absorbed it.
Yeah.
I know I did because it comes out
Amazing.
in me.
So let's play our third song and then we'll
Okay.
talk about it, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
When the world keeps coming at ya, you're looking in the camera's eye. Everyone and everything becomes a gangster through tonight. So tell me what's the good news? Don't tell me it's all bad. I guess that no one really cares. It's all in the past. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left behind, that are left behind, yeah. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left behind, that are left behind. Young innocence is long since lost now. I guess it bottled up in childhood dreams. I guess they only feed on selfishness. No one knows that more than me. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left behind, that are left behind, yeah. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left behind, that are left behind. Oh, the soul of man is not for me to judge. Only the soul of man is left for man, is left to lose or find. Has it always been the same for us? We live at the crossroads. Look the same from a metro bus. When you can find your soul. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left behind, that are left behind, yeah. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left behind, that are left behind, yeah. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left behind, that are left behind, yeah. Oh, it's just the sweet memories that are left
I can't wait to just really dig into it. But that's
So, come on, tell us about this song.
well, this song, it I think I saw the video before as I was kind of writing the song because the video, if you go to our YouTube channel, like I talked about, called Vicious Kitty Band, what it is it's a collage of, our first couple of years together in a picture story. And so in a picture story, you're always looking at, if you look at pictures, like you look through a picture book, everybody's always happy and smiling because you're trying to capture those beautiful moments, that moment when you're just going, yes, all right, this is awesome. Click, and so as you go back, you tend to forget the bad stuff and you do remember those sweet memories, those good things. And that's what you're left with. At the end of your life, what else do you got?
Right.
That's yours, all yours.
Right.
And you get to decide what you want to keep because it's you. You get to decide. So that's what that song, the core of it is really about. It's just the sweet memories that are left behind. You choose it. That's what it is. And that's how your life can be.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it's time now where I read a poem, the one that I was supposed to read.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
And I read this poem when I do a lot of artists because it's called Utilizing Gifts and Talents, and that's what you're doing. And a lot of people sometimes feel like they have nothing to offer, that they don't have any talents, but everyone has something to offer. You just have to figure out what it is and then do it. I mean, think about if we didn't have sanitation workers. I would go crazy, okay? Think about it.
We'd be buried in garbage,
Okay?
all of us.
So, like, everybody's important. And
Yeah.
if any of you are questioning your self-worth or if you have nothing to offer, please listen to every word of this poem because you have a lot to offer. Okay, guys? Here we go.
Very cool.
Utilizing gifts and talents. We are born with talents. We are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, to also write poetry and to talk without restraint. Our gifts and talents should all be used, God's gift to us not be abused. We can go far in life for sure using our gifts to go on tour like these guys are doing. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more, but then our job's to share them, to even up the score. You see, in life, what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. Don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. Put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share, our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened, and then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help you thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, your name, Vicious Kitty, baby, will live forever, forever and a day. So go through life excited for what you sure can give to yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. So make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. And that's what you guys are doing.
Oh,
You are making
thank
people
you.
smile.
Awesome.
You
awesome.
are.
Love
Even
it.
your personalities. Well, this guy's a little quiet. You got to beat him up a little bit. All right?
Yeah, that's going through my mind.
He's a thinker. This guy. He's always, we'll go and do something. We'll go do a whole big thing, and then he'll go, you know what I just thought about? And then he goes into a huge diatribe. How you were thinking of all that, but dude, we were on a camera.
Okay.
Stop thinking about stuff and just say it.
So, Matt, after you get done with all this and he tells you what he was thinking about, let me know.
Yeah. I'll have him shoot you a call. Yeah.
You guys
He
are
can
awesome.
fill you in. He is.
You guys are awesome.
That's his Tony. He's the deep thinker.
So,
we gotta love him.
We have a couple minutes left. I'm going to give you guys back the mic. So listen, this is your shot. Tell everyone how to reach out to you if they want to hire you, how to get your music, your videos again, anything and everything. Take the mic, Matt. We'll let Matt take it, and then we'll let Tony say his goodbye.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, we've got a website. It's www.viciouskitty.band. Okay. On that, you'll find you can find pictures. You'll find merch. There's videos on there. All kinds of stuff. It's a neat website. we've also got we've got our new album. It's actually on sale right now. Easy Street Records and Silver Platters Records are both running a sale on us, $19.99 for a vinyl record. It's a collectible, limited edition, heavy duty vinyl record. It's a real nice record.
Sounds better on vinyl than
Yeah, it sounds really good. Yeah, it sounds really good.
amazing.
And the on our website there's the link that you can go right there and so you can purchase it, and they ship it out and it gets there like in 2 days. So and shipping's it's like a couple of bucks. It's not bad at all. We've got our YouTube channel, which is a Vicious Kitty Band, and you can go on there. You can see we've got a ton of videos, little snippets of things, some live stuff. We're going to be we just did a record release because we just got the vinyl back, and we did a show at Easy Street Records. We're going to be, we recorded the whole thing. We're editing it right now. That's going to be up on our YouTube page pretty soon too. Just parts of that, so you can actually see us playing live. There, you can also see our other videos. You see the award-winning Mr. Darkness on there.
Okay.
There's the video I talked about, Sweet Memories. There's a video from Bangkok City, which is it's pretty cool. You just have to see it. It's very unique. Yeah, and we've also got let's see. So we got that, and then we've got, of course, our Facebook presence, which is we've got Vicious Kitty. And we've also got Vicious Kitty Band. And on that, you can reach out to us. You can say hi, you make comments. We post all our stuff on our Facebook page. We post all our new dates, venues. We'll be keeping things posted definitely about our upcoming tour, and then any tours that we're planning, like we're talking about next spring after we get the record done, coming over to your end of town over there. And so you can keep up on all that on our Facebook page. So those are the big three: the Facebook, Vicious Kitty, and Vicious Kitty Band. Our website, www.viciouskitty.band.
Okay.
And then our YouTube channel, which is Vicious Kitty Band.
Beautiful. Tony, I want to hear your final words. You've spoken so much. We can't keep you quiet. What do you got to say?
Can't shut him up.
A lot of this stuff I just kind of walked into, except for the actual bass lines. So most of the, music and the words were already written through Matt. So that's why he's, explaining most of that.
Okay.
And all I can say is the Christmas song we talked about, and one other that'll be on a future, maybe the third or second album.
Second album, yeah. And this coming out.
I didn't think about it till now, but those two songs are probably the most metal of all the stuff we do.
It's the hardest rock. They're not really
like
metal.
Love ballads and stuff.
Okay. Hardest rock.
Kind of
Okay,
weird
Tone.
that
Yeah, I'll send you the Mrs. Claus.
All right,
I'll send that
please.
to you.
which is the opposite.
But you can also watch the video of that on our YouTube channel of Mrs. Claus. And like I say, it's an animated.
Yeah.
It's an animated video that we did. It's
All right.
it's awesome.
So, I want to thank you both. This was
Well,
so
thank
much
you.
fun.
Thank you so much.
It was so
so much fun.
Oh my
You know?
gosh. Everybody, please share this show, okay? Check them out, okay? They are awesome. They are so cool, and this was so much fun. And thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, thank you,
Okay.
Jerry.
Yeah,
It's
thanks,
great.
Jerry.
So, producer, take us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, just an ass. Loves the answer, the green